Hi, so we're gonna review the ES chart reading today, ES S&P futures. I primarily trade on price and volume chart reading, and based on Wyckoff process. So I'm gonna quickly go over the overnight session, but we'll be focusing primarily on the US session. So as you can see, the overnight. So this is my yesterday's high, the gray plus line. As you can see, the overnight, it kind of went sideways all along, and then it never even tested this yesterday's high. Actually, and it came closer, like here and then here, but it did not actually test it. So, but just went sideways. Not much real action. But today was a strong day actually. In fact, in terms of rally, but you can see. So this is the US Open. I'm in Pacific, so 6:30 is my US Open. But when I woke up this morning, I saw this is going on sideways all overnight session, and then I saw here it was holding here like around 5ish in the morning, and then there is some good up bars with a good volume. So at least I know that okay, it's a medium strength. So the demand kind of is the and the background is demand. The background is demand, basically buying, right? So it went, and then it went there, and it went. It tried to go up, and then it tested the yesterday's high. This is 15 minutes before the US session, US Open. So it gets rejected, and but it gets rejected here, and then it goes down, and then see this bar when it starts coming down, it couldn't go down all the way. This is a narrow bar, and then the volume in this bar is even higher than this bar, but it only moved this much, meaning what? It is not entirely selling, actually it's just significantly buying is there. That is the reason why the bar is narrow in spite of the volume being higher. And look at the next bar. So what happens? So this is the US Open bar. So this is a 6:30 bar, 6:30 Pacific timing. So it goes under. It tests this area where it has previously held the support area, and then closes in the middle, meaning the demand is there strongly. And next bar also does the same thing. Then look at this bar. This is extremely weak. By how do you say the volume? You see this low volume compared to these bars. Look at the volume on this bar, right? It's extremely low, and the bar is narrow. So with this the strength demand in the background, narrow supply bar, this is an ideal place to take a long. Okay, and I took a long in this bar. So what happened after that, right? So it started coming up. So as it starts coming up, okay, this bar is a down bar, but it's not the volume is not that significant, and and so I held the bar, and so the next bar goes up, closest level, and then the next bar. See the volume on this bar, it's almost double the volume of previous bar. Still, it did not go anywhere, so meaning that it's holding at this level, right? So at this time I drew this channel, and then I exited here, given that I thought that okay, this is a channel that it is following up, because it's almost 4 bars that it did not go anywhere. And the first small sign of supply, and then the next 2 bar could not break this high, previous highs, and because of that reason I exited it. And then also I drew this channel, like touching these 2 bars, and then from here, and then I exited. This is a wrong channel that I drew. I was too hasty to draw this channel, but at least I saw that I should have held it because the bars are very strong. But nevertheless, that's a thing that I did. So that is the reason I missed the entire entire rally. But I'm cautious, and then if you've seen my previous day trading videos, you would know that I rather be in a small gain rather than a loss. So that's why I do that. Okay. Anyways, so the next bars. So this bar, see this bar, this is a good down supply bar still, but because of all the supply, it did not go anywhere. Like it kind of held this level. It was not like a big down bar that was supposed to happen with all the volume, meaning the strength is still there. So, but nevertheless, look at the choppy move as it starts going up. See all these bars, it is having a hard time going up. So I did not expect this would be a rally day. I was expecting it to be a choppy day, going to be a choppy day today. But it broke the resistance, and as you can see, even after that, it was kind of a choppy day. Nevertheless, not a clean day, but even after breaking, they never gave me a good opportunity. So as you can see, this is a good supply bar. And then when it started going up, I drew this channel, the green channel. You can see this one. I drew this channel. So, but by this time, I was comparing NQ, the Nasdaq futures, which was a very strong move, and because of that one, this is being dragged along with that one. And okay, so and then see that when it's a drag, see none of these bars, it does not give. So I was expecting this bar to come here to test it, so that I could probably take a long, because after breaking this resistance which you held the entire night, typically it would get tested. This time, because of the strong rally, it did not get actually tested. So there was much no clear entry. And also this is a good supply bar, so I was cautious. Notice, so it went up, and then look at this bar. Look at the volume on this bar. This is almost three times any of these other bars volume, except this is a good bar. But like you see this one, see, such bar happens. This is typically a climactic bar. Okay, and when does this climactic bar appears? At the end of the good rally like this. So I was hoping that okay, the rally is about to end soon, the rally, and as you can see, it started going up. The volume declined after this one. See these three bars, the volume declined. Okay, and then also these are like narrow bars, right? So okay, but nevertheless, it's a declining volume, meaning buyers are not that strong after the climactic bar. And look at this bar. Then the volume on this bar, the volume has suddenly increased compared to this previous bars, and then closed in the middle. If that all that volume, with increased volume, was all buying, the bar would have been somewhere here, but instead it closed in the middle, almost at the same level as the previous bar, meaning that there is a strong supply now. So okay, so this is a place you could have taken a shot. I couldn't take a shot because of this fear of this previous strong rally that is coming up, and that is the reason why I couldn't take it. But this is a good place, But I read it correctly, I read that that this is a week. After climatic bar, the rally kind of ended. Good down bars happened. Yeah, see this one, and then this is where you exit. This is the first up bar, so you can exit here. Again, after see this one, again a choppy move. It goes up and then comes and then tries to. So this is a good rally up move actually. Like see this one, good bars. This is a weak low volume bar, so not a scary one. Again, it goes up. But again, this is not tradable thing. Okay, so this is not because by now you are thinking that okay, supply is in the background, but once you start looking at these bars, the demand is also there, fighting strongly this supply. Okay, but again, it goes sideways. Now we don't know who is going to win this rally because of the strong supply and then the good demand, good buying versus strong selling. We don't know who's going to win, so we have to stay sideways. We don't care about those. We don't enter in during those times. Again, so it took a while after this one, and suddenly look at the volume when it got broken. I thought the supply is going to win because look at the volume on this one at this level, but look at the strong demand that came up and then broke this resistance. Right, look at the volume on this one, and what happens if next three bars? Once it starts once it broke down, I drew this channel, and then kind of there was the next 3 bars are a consolidation, but nevertheless, see, because of all this accumulation kind of behavior, we will not be taking a shot here. Given if there was some kind of a background, negative background, and if these bars happen, we could have taken a shot. But given the strong background, overall background on the day, we won't take a shot. So it's all the background conditions why we whether we take a trade or not. So okay, it goes up, and then this is where again supply appears. You can see the narrow bar, the small length of the bar compared to this previous bar, which has the same volume as these 2 bars, but this only moved a little bit. And then of course a strong supply came here. The strong supply came up here. So so broke this one, and then again it kind of came up and tested this resistance, which is from here, and then this got rejected. This is where I took a shot. This is an ideal test because by now we know that this supply is there in the background. When it tried to go up, it got rejected. You can take it, and then obviously your target is this one, which got hit here, and then the demand came up. But see this bar, when the demand came up here strongly, see the volume of this bar like came up and then closed in the middle. This one also came up and closed in the middle, but I did not trust this one yet to have the strong demand because of the strong supply, and then also this did not break the local resistance. This is a bar kind of closed in the, below that one. That's why I did not take it. But again, it started going down. You see this bar, good strong demand in this bar. Now the background is demand. Then when it starts going down, this bar kind of closed in the middle, right? Meaning what? This bar, see, this is the lower volume compared to these bars. It's lower volume, meaning that buyers are very eager to not even go down all the way down. They're like very strong, and this is where you can take a long, and then you can see as it starts going down, narrowing down, you can exit in here or here in one of these bars. That's all, guys. Thank you.